like instead of going for the mana shoes here, they actually go for the swift boost here because he does have that thunder belt to kind of work with, just compensate in terms of mana department here, and also the endless battle. So it's definitely a preference thing. So well, it's going to be hard in the early fours here, but if you buy enough time Mohawk's Bow here, you do have that mana consumption. Once the endless battle comes up online, you can stack it up with the attack speeds here. So this is going to allow Carry to come out a little bit more early here. So that's going to be his advice here from the side of W Chai. So let's take a look at the first match for today. The third series for today. The first match, game number 1, it is going to be Resurgence going up against Louvre Esports. Let's take a look.
Into the draft it is. Kimmy's going to be the first band coming in from Louvre Esports. I guess they don't want to deal with it whatsoever, but same thing, Resurgence, they don't want to let Kaja through. Confidently, I'm more.
Yeah,
I'm happy that it's more meta here.
Bye Kaja.
Here.
Bye Kaja.
I mean, after the second series we saw previously, like I'm very happy to see a lot of meta stuff now. I need to buy the book.
In normal circumstances, we do not want to see meta drops here.
Sure,
but
but you know, be smart about it. It's going to be the Harith here coming in from Louvre Esports. Resurgence, they could reply. They could get rid of a number of options. Do they want to deal with X-Borg? Potentially, but I feel like if they let X-Borg through, they get better picks.
Ban Grok.
Nah, they don't want to do that.
The Terisla. Like Singaporean teams don't like Terisla, so I feel they're gonna be. Oh, okay, never mind. I withdraw that statement. I retract my statement.
It's interesting enough because we just saw the featured players Sana being able to play, at a high level playing Selena, which is interesting. So banning it out, all right, sure. Let's see what they want to do. Louvre Esports, a lot of options, but X-Borg, reliable, good old fighter, is going to be in that position. Maybe we've just learned, in that support position we've seen a couple of times, hasn't really worked out just yet. So I'm excited to see.
But I'm surprised enough the Grok being let through just like that here. So they're going to be prioritized on the Terisla and Cho here. More flexibility going in favor of Resurgence here, but either one is going to be one of the tanks here. I think we see Evo's played the Terisla as offlane here. This might be an offlane Terisla, but they could switch it up as well.
Ooh, great answer to deal with the Terisla as well. I do like the carry. It doesn't matter how much damage reduction you have, her passive will still cut you through. Great pick for the Grok. Resurgence, on the other hand, they got to figure out what they want. Marksman first. Okay, all right, I can respect that.
Yeah, they don't want to give away the marksman department here because not many teams actually play a different kind of draft here. So I'm not surprised why they prioritize the Granger.
I don't know. Personally, I feel like
if Louvre Esports they actually ban off the Granger, they're forced to in the situation where they have to play like a Cloud from the side of Resurgence, and I don't think Resurgence plays much Cloud in this current meta.
Personally, it doesn't matter. I think everybody can play Cloud, but I think for Louvre Esports, if they want to punish, they get rid of the Leo.
Oh, you gotta try the new Cloud now. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it's ridiculously unplayable unless you go for the support emblem.
He's so safe. He doesn't have a bad laning phase. He doesn't have a bad laning phase. He can outplay so many things. Like, if you were a carry, you'd be in a way tougher spot, but you can carry way harder later into the game. So it's more of like, your early, mid, and late is like kind of mediocre.
Sorry, I hate Cloud because I'm not a big fan of it. I suck at it, but still.
Is that why?
No, I honestly
nervously sweats. No.
But yeah, I think the average is amazing on it, on the hero himself here, because the bounty hunter just doesn't kick off as compared to carry. Like carry getting bounty hunter, yes, you can still get kill potential pre-4s or maybe pre-level 6-minute mark here, but as a Cloud, it's almost impossible. Like, unless a teammate just sets it up perfectly for you, like just one last hit, bam, you get it. But Cloud just doesn't have the kind of burst potential, just go for those steal kills here.
This is where it gets a little bit tougher for Resurgence. Gushion's off the table, Kufra's off the table. They're going to hover over Uranus here. I don't particularly agree because I just don't like the hero in general,
remember,
it can sort of fit.
I think we talked about this during the second series of draft, right? We talked about second series draft, like Batterick is in the dumpster where, hey, it's buffed up, it's not that strong. Uranus fits that category as well, where it's buffed up super much, but yeah, it's still in the dumpster trash.
I think he's a little higher than Beleric, only because, like, hey, at least he has some form of wave clear. Ayo! But more importantly, I do like the Lolita, just to kind of deal with, X-Borg. If he does, bail out, you can use the charge to catch up so he doesn't get that initial pullback. But Diggy is going to be a pretty smart answer to it. Can they abuse this? What can they do to lock in to get a good composition?
The Esmeralda makes a lot of sense as well. The time journey definitely helps with the overall composition that Esmeralda plays around, which is the shield itself. So taking the Lolita was great from some Resurgence here, but I'm pretty sure they've forgotten about how the Esmeralda is just gonna suck everything through. But I'm liking the Lilia pick here.
They could go. This is a risk because Lunox is still on the table and Lunox is super reliable.
Okay, it's reliable if you're dealing with a Grok here, but Lilia deals exceptionally well against Esmeralda.
Yeah, but again, you have to land it.
Oh yeah, you
really
have to land it.
And I think that's the risk that I'm talking about. That's particularly the risk that I'm talking about here because again, you have some great CC options. Penalty zone is going to be a great way to set it up, but that's the problem. Can you find those engages?
For a second, I thought it was going to be 5 flickers here, but looks like it's going to be 4 flickers coming inside Resurgence here.
Understandable.
That's actually pretty scary. Ooh. That's actually going to be pretty scary here, but let's take a look if Resurgence is going to be going up against their faces into this Louvre Esports or not in this taunt video. See you in a bit.
To Louvre SG, I really hope that your tier 2 players who struggle in ranked games can cope in MPL League.
RSG, I heard that you guys got 2nd, 3rd, 4th in recent MPL, so I think you are getting 5th now.
I told you they've got their taunts on lock, dude. It's not as hard as I wanted it to be, but dang, they are not willing to hold back their punches.
Well, I'm not going to go in depth with that. There's a little bit of a heated debate right there because I'm pretty sure Resurgence got some beef with some of the players here from Louvre Esports. Probably they met in ranked games here. That's why it's like, you guys suck in ranked games. That's why, I'm calling this out. But, 2, 3, 4, and then 5th, that's just... I think below the belt wasn't enough, but yeah.
You know what? It's still all in good fun. I think both of these teams, they've got a lot to prove here, especially since, Louvre Esports, a couple of their members, not disincluding the LY4 and the Jason Core, but a lot of the other players, WQXD, he needs that victory. He wants to be able to stand on top as champion once more.
Speaking of which, Resurgence is going to be applying the pressure here, and this Lolita Granger setup, somehow I'm liking it in a way, just for the initial setup stun, just to set up for the bullets here coming from Lund is just going to be fantastic, and it did a lot of work there. You saw how LY4 was just forced to back out just like that.
Oh, I mean, you have to. They have a decent level 1. They understand that Grok is on the top side of the map, so instantly they go down to punish. Great response coming in from Resurgence. If they keep this up, it's going to be a tough game.
Then they're going to be getting a creep clear for themselves as well from the side of Resurgence here. They're going to be making full use of this Lilia's creep clear potential as well, and you can see the balls has been set up as well in case Albi wants to join the fight. Is going to be enough here, considering it just gives him this additional movement speed buff based on those how huge those shadow balls are.
Yep, and then Albi is going to be able to pick up that River Crab really, really quick, bail out. They were able to sort of clear the mid lane as well. So okay, they are playing for bottom side, allowing Turisana to sit in that top lane and be like, all right, I can just clear waves. It's difficult to kill me to begin with.
This is going to be risky here coming from Louvre Esports here, considering that they were a little bit late to actually contest the enemy's buff there from side of Resurgence, but Resurgence did not actually react to it, which is kind of surprising considering that they were ahead in contesting the jungle buff.
They don't really have to because it's a long walk. By the time you catch them, it's probably going to be in the river, and more so likely, is it worth just like that one kill?
That's the Xbox, right?
Yeah. So again, they're just going to punch out WQXD Sana. Oh boy, that's very smart WQXD. If he stood any longer, he's going to die, but his dive looks to be set up here.
Mr. B is going to back off as of now. The bombs here coming in from the Diggy is just going to be a huge nuisance as of now here. But Louvre Esports, they're going to be waiting out of WKXD's insanity here. Sana's is going to make sure that this Xbox is kept in check. However, from the bottom side here, the turtle, Louvre Esports will be contesting here. Will Aeon will be able to snipe it off? He's thinking about it. No, he does not here. Retribution from Animer will take it off, and Aeon is going to contribute towards the cause.
I'm pretty sure Aeon just flickered in place. You know what? It happens. It happens sometimes, okay? You're pressing your buttons too quick. You try to do the flicker, you flicker on the spot, and you're like, deep sigh, let it happen.
Yeah, such is life.
Sweet embrace.
Contributing to the cause, definitely. Adamir will provide a little bit more health and money in this case here, because considering there's shields up onto his Lolita, there's shields up on Cho as well, just from the Shunpo itself. So in this regards, I feel like, this is contributing to the cause.
Just ever so slowly, but I think for the most part of it, Resurgence still are in decent control over the game. Turisla being very aggressive here on the top side.
Top side here. Looks like not much happening. The both off lanes is going to be contesting each other. However, from the bottom side here, Resurgence, this is a little bit too risky here because they are going to go wrapped around here. Wall charge connecting on onto Obby. Obby will pop the magic black shoes here. He's going to be A-okay. He's going to be able to reset all these fights here. Time Journey has been used connecting on the no one. However, Nikki will secure the kill with his bombs here. And the game is not over yet because Adamir is here and he's going to be soaking up all those shoes against Mr. Ree. Can he make it out alive here? Because he's got a huge chunk of shoe here. Mr. Ree, nice dodge there.
Using the charge, great way of escape. It's unfortunate that Lilia was forced to use her ultimate super early on. Oh wait, Aeon.
Oh, Aeon, what are you thinking?
The disrespect. Now Lun is kind of, he can't really do any damage to Adamir, but Adamir is low on mana at least.
Definitely here, but at the same time here, that's what we call contributing to the cause.
Honestly, it was looking good for Resurgence at first because, hey, Lilia, if she can get out of position, and then wait a minute, they all focused down Obby so quick, forcing out the black shoes, and now he's out of position, he's going to die, and your main damage dealer is gone.
Definitely here, but in this game here, Resurgence here, they've lost 3 kills here. At the same time, they had an early advantage in terms of securing the buffs here. However, turtle buff went in favor of Louvre Esports here. They will try and get a little bit more economy in this situation here, but you can see Louvre Esports, they're setting out for the turtle buffs here as they are contesting against Aeon.
Turn this around.
However, bottom side here, they do get a pick off on those LY4. Nice pick off with Mr. Ree, but now this mid fight as well, Esmeralda will get another kill on those Aeon, and that's the 3rd time he's contributing to the cause.
Oh, I mean, well played, especially the Jason Cole popping the ultimate really nicely done. Oh, they're gonna get another catch!
Oh, nice catch, nice flicker coming from Lun as well. He's gonna be A-okay here. The wall almost connecting here, gets cancelled off instead, but Adamir saves his falling Moonstar at the last minute. Goes for the dive. He's looking for more, and Mr. V, he's gonna make it okay.
I mean, Adamir is in full control. His team allows him to kind of run around the map. Oh, topside getting so... Oh, they're trading kills. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad, but Obby quickly gonna take the buff away. Turtle under the control of Louvre Esports here. I think Resurgence really need to buck up and find an opportunity for Sana to actually enter a fight, to actually kind of lock down or at least buy some time and set up the fight for Obby to land.
Definitely here. However, here, I'm a little worried because, like, we've talked about how the Lilia will come online at least 2 or 3 more items, right? In this case here, Resurgence, they need a little bit more items and time from side Obby, and they're doing exactly just that, buying a little bit more time here. And surprising enough, Louvre Esports, despite having this economy lead and also winning this kind of engagements here, they're only at 2k deficit.
Yeah, it's not too far. It could easily change in one fight, but I think more importantly, it's impressive. Oh, is he? Oh, yes, he does. He's going to put QXD into the ground for now, but he's got to bail out.
Oh, he baited out last instead. He's waiting for the right moment to go for the kick here. Can he go for it? But he
he's left range.
He messed up. He messed up.
I mean, Aeon, he's like, I don't mind. I'm just going to recall, head back to base. It's going to be A-okay for me. I mean, the way he plays Cho is so confidently.
Yeah, you know, just to the wrong person, you know, like to the right person it's okay, but to the wrong person you will be contributing to the cause. Yeah, we're going there.
We are going there. Rest of the team is going to be going through. Lilia's trying to kind of create a zone, a safety zone.
Time Journey, you know.
Good Shinpo coming in from Aeon.
Couple pokes here coming from both sides, but Resurgence, I don't think they have any kind of answers yet. They try to wait for the right moment, but Louvre Esports, they're not giving in here. They're going to rely on Aeon going for the Way of Dragons here, but Jason Cole is just around you. Can he go for those kicks here? Aeon gets scouted out over here, but he's going to be okay here as his Shupo is coming in. He's baiting out a couple of spells, but there's no following setup here.
See, the issue is that Louvre, they're playing based off of a pick composition. They need Jason Cole to land that time reversal as well as they'll be trying to follow up when it does happen to actually win these fights.
Oh, Aeon, nice Way of the Dragon as well here. WKXD is going to get caught out as well. Last incentive being popped out as well. Can he go for the flicker? He's going to be okay. Missing the penalty boss from the side of Sana, and this is going to give Louvre Esports an opportunity to take out tier 2 up top.
Oh, however, I mean, Resurgence, they could push bottom. They do take that tier 2. They need to clear that mid tier 1. That is going to be worth their time.
They're going to go for a trades as well. So Resurgence, they are going to back off. They take another tower mill as well. So it's going to be okay. But the turtle is going to be up for contestants here as Resurgence. They've equalized the economy. W-Chai is trying to open the map a little bit for the side Louvre Esports, but they don't really care because Aeon, they try to catch Jason Cole, but the time journey has been popped here, and they will finish him off here and contributing another cost. But the turtle is going to draw very close here, but no, Mr. B charging out the snap. He connects on the tree. The penalty box connects on tree, but is he going gonna be enough because Resurgence, they're gonna clean house.
Ooh, great wombo combo. Double flicker coming in. The Numenon Blast instantly with the flicker catches two people off, and immediately they had the communication. Sana was ready in the middle of his animation of the penalty zone. It looked like it wasn't gonna hit. Flickers right onto three members. Getting those three was so important. LY4, WK, and Adamir instantly go down. Well played for the wombo combo coming in for Resurgence.
Fantastic stuff here, and Obby is now with the turtle buff and also the buff, normal blue buff himself here. So the buff on top of the buff here, this Lilia is going to be hitting some serious damage, and this is what they need right now, and they've got it. But WChai, is he going to go try and bait Obby's black shoes here?
Nah, it's not. He doesn't have enough damage as of yet. I think Resurgence, they have a very clear idea of how they want to play team fights, and again, it's going to come down to Mr. V and Sana making the plays. Aeon, he can try his very best, but his objective as of right now is to bait out the big guns. They're going to go in for the fight now. They bail out.
Ooh, close one there. Like WKXD, if they force that last Insanity out here, Resurgence would have just gobbled them up here. But fortunately for them here, they saved that right moment here. Louvre Esports, they need this buff up on Esmeralda, and without it, he's going to be trash as of now. But Mr. V pops in here, time journey gets popped up as well. They will burst down Mr. V, and he's going to try and contribute to the cause here. However, Obby is still right there, dishing out as much damage with the bombs.
Oh, that was getting...
Aeon, what is that recall?
He's going to get away with it.
No way! No way!
Clap of respect.
Wait, that was ballsy play right there. He pulled it off, he recalled himself, and Adamir did not even see that coming.
Clap of respect. Sana, he could look to turn this around. Penalty zone does come through.
It's the WQXD last Insanity is there. Adamir forcing ultimate here just to back off and retreat here, but Resurgence, they only lose the penalty zone. That's about it, but because of that, this is just going to open things up for Resurgence as well.
Yeah, this game has been really, really sweaty so far.
The Lord.
Like, both teams, they know exactly what they have to do and what ultimates to avoid to really dictate the fight. Once the conditions are met, it's pretty refined. The conditions are met, you land two ultimates on at least at least 2 to 3 members, you're going to win the fight. But Aeon, he has to try and bait out that time journey.
He's going to try and go for the way of the dragon as well, but he might actually get paid off with his life here. He's dropped his HP down to the 50% mark, but the way of the dragon is still available here. He's running the bait even more. That's super risky. What are you thinking here? Adamir is there. Last Insanity being popped up as well. But Resurgence comes in with the slam, but Time Journey will go in for the reset fight here. So they do pick off one player here. Aeon, a little bit ballsy plays here, but the Lord is going to be slowing down their HP here. Looks like they will reset coming in from Resurgence.
Great play. I mean, overall, I think Resurgence, they still... Their composition is more mechanically difficult to play. A lot of conditions have to be met, and it's so dependent on if your mechanics land. And I think a lot of the work, Aeon, he's getting there. He's like landing 90% of his buttons. However, it's just those split moments where, oh, you didn't pull the time, the reversing time.
Yeah.
And then you're dead.
Definitely.
It's tough to play around, but dang, is that a high skill cap.
Oh, Oracle's up on towards the Cho and Lolita as well, just to contribute a little bit more to help the HP regeneration and the magic defense here. However, the Oracle is not going to be helpful on towards the Lolita because the shield absorption is going to be great, but that just means that's just more shield for Adamir to suck their way up here, and Time Journey, oh no.
A missed Numenon Blast. I mean, it was close, but a great disengage through. I think Resurgence kind of ultimate's already gone. Forcing a fight now might be a little tough.
Yep, as of now, Resurgence, they don't have enough spells here, but Jason Core is a little bit too low. No Time Journey available. Aeon does have the Immortal available. He wants to catch on WKC, but the last Insanity bait is real here. But Resurgence, they're all camped up as 5. But where's the fall off here? They don't have the Falling Moonstar up on the Esmeralda. They're just waiting for the right moment. But nope. Louvre Esports, they are not gonna commit to this here because LY4 is not huge enough.
So that was actually an amazing fight for Resurgence. Oh wait, hold on.
It's not over yet because they're gonna go for a split fight here. Sana is gonna get cut off as well. The time journey has been expanded, get baited, my friend. But Mr. V will also get swiped off from there as well. The wall charge coming in. Louvre Esports, they got their backs in this fight here. Resurgence, they were split out and they get punished here. Not too sure why they were splitting this fight here. However, LY4 is gonna try and focus on towards the Lord as well. Resurgence, Lun, and Aeon is gonna be there as well. But no, he's looking in the wrong side because LY4 stopped hitting the Lord. He focused on killing off Aeon, and he gets it.
Rest of the members still. Lord is probably going to be into the grasp of Louvre Esports. There's a 100% chance that Lord will take this away. Resurgence, on the other hand, what was Sana doing? He was so out of position, bothers to walk out of the brush. I think there was definitely a miscommunication there because most of their team members were trying to keep control over Lord, and I think that was the objective.
Yeah.
If so, why are you walking into the brush and walking out of it to try and contest?
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate. It feels like a calligraphy just went wrong.
I mean, he got caught off. There's nothing much to say about that, but I think Resurgence, they need to buck up their composition cap. But if the more they drag this out, it's more likely that LY4 is probably going to carry this. He does this a lot. He farms until he has a good number of items, and then he just 100% runs through your team because he's just that good when he has the items.
He's known to be one of the most famous hard carries in this entire region himself here. However, he's a very, very greedy marksman as well.
Very particular, yes.
Very particular.
Oh boy, that's
the situation here. He's got the 9.4k goal on himself here. He's on par with the Granger himself. So 50-50 here, going from both sides of the marksman. However, the rest of the teams from the side of Resurgence here, they are going to be up against the backs, against these laws here, and is going to be trying to knock down into a tier 3.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough game. I mean, the Magic Shockwave does come through Changsao Lord a little bit, but not as much as you would expect it to. The rest of the team needs to get rid of this, but they have to be so careful.
Oh, that's super quick. Oh, the blast connects on the floor. Where's the follow-up? Time Journey gets baited out here.
They don't need to fight. Oh, wait, done.
The Lord is going to be up for grabs here, but they're going to be splitting up the fight here. W Chai is going to try and contest this here, but the wall charge isn't going to be connected. But Animer, he still wants to fight this. He does have the shield, but here comes the control. You can see WKSD just burn everything like the pyrokinesis that he is, and he will safely get him off that there. However, the LY4, the greedy marksman here, will secure tier 2 down middle.
Actually, to be honest, that was a pretty good fight coming in for Resurgence. Even though they do lose one member, considering that Louvre Esports, they lost Lord, they blew a lot of ultimates, and they didn't even get the inhibitor turret. All they get was the outer turret. I'd say it's technically a win for Resurgence. It could have been much, much worse.
Exactly here. However, Resurgence, there's only 2k economy difference here. They just need one solid big fight here, and now up with the Holy Crystal on the Lilia itself here. This is gonna do a lot of damage here, because this Lilia is gonna be start popping up their pace here.
Yeah, again, Lilia is one of those heroes that you need to land your abilities on, and I think she's kind of struggling to land it. I mean, when she lands it, for sure. Especially in a composition that has this strong wombo combo of Numenon Blast into penalty zone, that is just gross.
Exactly here, but the only thing is stopping it is definitely the time journey coming from Louvre Esports. They did a perfect bait early on here. However, they wanted to come into that fight, but they couldn't because LY4 is just focusing on taking those turrets here. In this case, a rewind is there. Sana forced the pounder batteries in zone. Oh, that was a mistake there. No, Resurgence. That is not what you should be doing here.
I definitely think Sana should try to turn around, but the rest of the team actually coming down. WQXD is in trouble.
This is going to be in some trouble here. Last incentive to be baited out as well, but they will take down the Lolita just like that here. Resurgence, we're down to the last 3 members here. You can see Obi trying his best to dish out as much damage as possible. Yes, it's great. The damage is there, but they need more CCs.
It's tough. It's a tough game so far by Resurgence. They got punished. This well-deserved punish at this point in time. Louvre is still only 2k ahead, but not enough to really close out the game until Lord comes back up. And by the time Lord comes back up, it's going to be another 5v5.
Oh, Aeon, he's going to be available here. He's trying to open up the map a little bit here, but is he going to be contributing to the cross here? Because the anti-Kiras has just been picked up onto the side of Aeon here.
I think Sana has to be so careful. He can't afford to get caught like that, especially since he could have tried to turn it around with the penalty zone, but instead, the penalty zone was pointed in the wrong direction, and so far, he just basically gave his life out for nothing. So,
yeah.
I want to see Resurgence try to go for that big play. Aeon, he's trying his best to bait out that time journey very early on. Just this pressure alone is already very impressive. However, can they pull this through?
Exactly here. Now, towards the last game here, because why? The Lord is going to be respawned as of now here. Aeon will be baited out in terms of Shunpo here, but he does have the Immortal here. It's just taking a lot of damage here, but it's going to be slight chip damage here. It's coming from Louvre Esports. They need the carry up on board to be running up in the face here. And in this case here, you can see LY4 slowly regrouping from the team here. Jason Call forced the time journey out. Oh no, this is bad from Louvre Esports. This is big. Is it going to be enough? Aeon, he does not have the Shunpo. He's get pulled back from the rewind here. Aeon looking for those flicker away of the dragons here, but Lud will start off with the Lord here. Aeon will sit out in the bush and wait out Louvre Esports.
This is a great call. I mean, Louvre Esports, they're just waiting for the time journey to come back up before they can contest. So Resurgence have a very small window to take this out, and they need to take it now before the time journey comes through.
Sana is on his way here. However, W Chai is in the making there with the wall blocks there. The Guardian Barriers is there, but now here comes Aeon. The kick doesn't connect here. Kicking on the wrong side here. Time journey. Here comes the the stab. Where is it? Doesn't connect with anyone. Resurgence goes for the penalty zone. Connects on towards his Esmeralda, but Adamir is just so tanky. They don't care. WQXD just zoning the back lines as well. Resurgence, they need to go for the retreat here. Where's the follow-up? Balloon from the sides. The Granger with the Berserker. Oh, the double stun from Aeon is fantastic. And W Chai is the only one left alive from side Louvre Esports, and somehow that looks so good for Louvre Esports, and somehow Resurgence came up on top.
That was so good from both of these sides. Resurgence, it looked really bad for them mainly because they were trying to go for this fight, but they were using the ultimate in many different directions.
Oh no, they're gonna end this game.
All of it was just so bad.
They're gonna end this game here, Resurgence, because why? The Grok could not recall back in time here, and they could not defend against this. And Resurgence, they take this game, and what went down just like that?
I mean, honestly, that final fight was great. Hopefully the highlights will show it out because, again, a lot of their ultimates, technically, I would consider it a whiff because you're only hitting one member, and it's not even the key member. You need to hit multiple members and make it effective. But that last fight was so good, mainly because they rotated around, they made sure they got the primary targets, and finally, Lun clutched it out at the very end, getting 2 major kills, which turned the fight right around.
Exactly, yeah. And not to mention, it's about the penalty zone. Everything was just expended on this Adamir, and despite taking so much damage, Adamir was just locked out for quite a period of time, could not dish out those damage outputs that you expect from an Adamir Roda. And because of that, the rest of the team just couldn't clean out the rest of the members from the side of Resurgence here because everyone was just slowly getting picked off here. And we know, we finally saw the power of Lida just coming back online ever since they got control of that last fight.
Yeah, and LY4 dying in that fight decently early on was so big because, again, Lilia, she does strong AoE, it just has to land. But let's go have a look at the highlights brought to you by our legendary sponsors, Black Shark. Let's have a bit of a recap here because for the most part of this game, Louvre and Resurgence so even. They didn't really let go of their leads, and even if they did, it's like 1-2k behind. They trade turret for turret, and they kept fighting on.
In terms of objectives as well, Louvre Esports was constantly applying pressure. Adamir was just getting all these funny picks as well, and Aeon was constantly contributing to the cause, which is throwing his life. But eventually, all those plays that he made bought so much time for this Lilia to come online, and as the game progressed as well, and I think he went in for the final clutch, which just gave him that win.
Yeah, and a lot of it was riding on Louvre Esports playing to their win condition here because, again, it's a game of rock, paper, scissors. What you're going to do, which one of the 3 chances or options